First question, Mark Berman.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, sir?
So, look, I know it's early in the season. It tends to be a kind of cliche type questions, but you got back-to-back games now against the Lakers. How big a deal is this for you guys? How meaningful it is, or is it just another couple of days at the office?
It's definitely another day at the office, but it's definitely a great game to see where we stack against. You know what I mean? Play once the defending champs. You know what I mean? You see where you stack up against how the season's going so far. So we definitely looking at this as a test to see where our team stands. And we want to go out there and compete and try to get a win as best as possible.
Kelly Eco.
Hey, James. Hey, John. In the playoffs last season, the Rockets saw a ton of traps on James Harden. How important is your role being there to kind of take the pressure off him in those 4-on-3 situations if he doesn't get trapped?
Well, I feel like I have a great IQ. I know how to read the game very well. So if you trap James, then you give me an opportunity to go score the ball or find my teammates. And I think that's something that we can improve on when we get trapped. And when they want to trap James, we got to find a way to get open shots for other guys and make the right play. Last night, we know Orlando was down a couple of players that make their team better because they've been playing well so far this year, and then Markelle Fultz's been injured. But we made the right plays, and you can live with those results if you're missing or making those shots. So hopefully tomorrow, if we get those same opportunities, we make the same passes and live with those results that we get from it.
Ferdinand Riviera.
Hello, John from Puerto Rico. How have you seen Demarcus improvement as a player after his injuries?
You said what? Repeat yourself.
How have you seen Demarcus improvement as a player after his injuries?
I think for Demarcus, he's been good. I mean, the most important thing for him is just staying patient. I mean, the NBA has changed so much since we came in the league. And, you know, when you have certain injuries, you tend to want to do certain stuff you're probably not able to do right now. So the more you get in shape and the more he get more minutes out there, I think he's going to be a great piece for our team. I mean, we know what he could do on the offense end, but what he brings offensively and just him bringing that tough mindset from the old school NBA mentality is great for our team.
Lastly, do you think that when it comes to the best point guards in the NBA, you are the most underrated?
I'm before the most underrated. Everything I do gets scrutinized. If I shoot 28% from the three-point line, oh, John Wall can't shoot, but there's other guards out here that shoot less than me from the three-point line. But I'm fine with that. I live with that. I know how much hard work I put in my game and what I believe in myself. And it is what it is. I mean, everybody has a perception of somebody. If I don't care about what you think about me, I'm not going to try to change your perception of me. And that's what I always live by.
Christos Saltis.
Hello, John. I would like to ask you, in 2016-2017 season, you have a career high in points, assists, and steals per game. How far you feel you from that stat so far and about that shape? And also, how is your connection with James Harden on the court so far?
No, it's been good. I mean, we just trying to figure each other out. You know, I mean, we didn't have opportunity to go through training camp together, and then we had a couple of preseason games we played. But we both two guys that can play off the ball or with the ball and make our team very dangerous. We get better game by game, and I feel like with the way the NBA is now, I can average more than what I did and more assists than I did back then in 2016. I'm not even close to where I can be before the end of the season is going to be, before the next couple of games. I'm just getting better game by game and finding my rhythm. And I'm still averaging almost 23 points. So it's a cakewalk for me, man. I'm just happy to be able to play the game I love again at the highest level. I'm a pass-first point guard, though. Like, I can go average 30. It's not hard in this league now. But that's not what my mindset is. My mindset is to get my teammates involved. And when I need to take over games, I do that.
Ali Kambashani.
Hey, John, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've noticed during the games that you and James will often be on opposite wings offensively. For example, one of you will initiate the offense while the other stands on the opposite wing. What are the advantages to having both of you adjacent to each other? And do you have a preferred side of the floor, like left side?
No, it doesn't matter. Either I'm going to be aggressive attacking off pick and rolls or ISO situations, and then same vice versa. If James got the ball, I'm spotting up, ready to knock down the shot for him. And that's what I'm here for. You know, I mean, I'm here for him to make the game easier for him. I mean, in the end of the day, I'm still going to be John Wall and play the game that I play and play my style of play. But I'm just here to help him make the game easy because we know how special James Harden is, what he brings to the floor, and how much attention he draws from the defensive end. And we have great pieces around us that does the little things that help us be great.
Ben DeBose.
John, one of the big weaknesses of this team a year ago was the performance from the bench units early in the second and fourth quarters when James wasn't on the floor. This year, I know it's fairly early, but the numbers show that it's actually been a strength. What's your approach when you're out there on the court without James, and what are the keys to success when you're leading that bench group?
Be John Wall. That's all I'm doing is being John Wall. And I know I can score the ball, but at the same time, I can put pressure on the defense, pushing the pace and running pick and rolls. And I find my shooters. I mean, I got guys like Eric Gordon, Ben McLemore, Demarcus out there, Jae'Sean, Sterling Brown, and the Wild Boy. I have guys out there that can create shots and make shots for me. So it makes the game easier for me because when I get started out early in the first quarter and come back and start the second quarter, now you have somebody that can score the ball, not as well as James, but I can score the ball and be aggressive. And if you try to load up on me, I have guys out there that can knock down shots, also put the ball on the floor and create shots for themselves. So it makes the job a little easier for me.
Mark Berman.
John, let me read something to you real quick. James said a moment ago, as long as we can continue to find chemistry, find pace on both ends of the floor, we got a chance to do something special. Want to see what you and Stephen agree with that. Want to see what you think about that quote.
He hit it right on the nose. Like I said, me and him are just trying to find chemistry, and the team is. But the more and more we get to play in games, because it's so hard to practice as much with the schedule we have, we play every other day. But just finding chemistry, man. Like I told guys yesterday, the same effort we give and energy we give on the offensive end, if we could get it on the defensive end, we're going to be okay with guys taking a couple of bad shots here and there because you're giving us that effort on both ends of the floor. Our mindset got to be is we can't worry about just who's getting the ball and who's scoring. Do the little thing to help our team win. I feel like yesterday we did that by making extra passes at times and just moving the ball. Like me, I took 11 shots. I don't care. I just want to win the game. Like I'm competing on both ends of the floor. I'm going to give everything I have. And that's just my testimony of what I've been through with losing my mom in the last year, having two beautiful boys, not playing basketball for 2 years. Like I would play this game if I didn't make no money. And that's what I feel like a lot of guys got to have is have that type of chip on their shoulder and that gritty grind, and we'll be fine.
Jerome Solomon.
Hey, John, I was going to ask you about your shooting percentage, which is a little higher than it's been, and whether you were getting those shots. But you brought up something when you talk about DeMarcus. You talk about him, man, like he's an old man or something. Y'all are both 30. The league has changed a lot from what it was when you came in to what it is now. Which league do you like playing in better? Would you like to be coming in now at that young 19-year-old?
If I came in at a young age doing this, I'd probably average 40. You know what I mean? To be realistic, you switch it 1 through 5, you know what I mean? So it's a lot more easy and there's a lot more spacing because back then you had 2 traditional bigs, maybe your 4-man can make a pick and pop mid-range. You had 1 shooter out there. It's really tough because now if you're a lockdown defender but can't make shots, you really can't be on the floor nowadays, you know what I mean? Because it's all about offense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I talk like I'm like DeMarcus is older than me, but we both 30 years old. But it's like it's fun though. You know what I mean? It's just an enjoy to be able to play the game. You know what I mean? And like I told people before, like my shooting percentage is I never had the opportunity to have spot up shots. You know what I mean? I had to always create my shots for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I played with 2 bone spurs in my knee and my heel my whole career damn near basically. And now I'm back healthy, and I feel like I got that rhythm that I need. And I show people the picture of my bone spurs, and they're gonna be like, "There's no way you play with that." But that's what I dealt with for 6 or 7 years. So that just let you know my mindset was I could play through anything, but at the same time I was jeopardizing myself. So that's why I took time to put the work in and get back to where I wanted to be to come back and play at a high level.
All right, Pops. Appreciate it.
And last question, Leonardo Torres.
Hi, John. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. John, you're playing at an important level, but the NBA did not include you in the MVP race. Does that matter to you, or do not give an importance?
Nah, man, to be realistic, man, everybody wrote me off. You know what I mean? Like people say John Wall was done before I even came back. So that's the reason why I'm probably in the Rockets uniform, but I'm happy to be in this opportunity and embrace this chance to play for another organization, somebody that wanted me here and where I want to be. You know what I mean? So a lot of people wrote me off and said John Wall was done, but I know how much I love this game, how much work I put into my game, what I've been through the last year and a half, 2 years. And now it's just all a testimony to all my hard work, showing out right when I'm on the court. And all I really want to do is translate these numbers that I'm getting up to wins. That's all I care about. no matter if I average 40 or 30, if I'm not getting wins, it doesn't mean nothing to me. So that's all I'm here for.
Thank you, John. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.